What's going on, guys? Bluntcuts here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We got the interim weekend on the anniversary. It seems like it's going to be a 3-week anniversary, essentially. Some of the events are going for a little bit longer, but I think 3 summoning weekends, 3 distinct summoning weekends. We had the big one last week where we had the introduction of all of the tactical mastery heroes, and that was very exciting. I'll be honest with you, still a little salty I didn't get Valera, so that kind of ruined my weekend, unfortunately. I'm very jealous. She seems like she's amazing. A lot of my thoughts on her have seemed to have been proven true because she is dominating in GVG. She's a force in arena, and I think anywhere that you are going to be using AoE champions, she is going to be probably top tier. Honestly, one of one in the game right now, I do believe. We'll see some of the changes to Boreas may come in, might shake things up just a little bit. Although I think that generally speaking, she is going to be the more versatile, the more, I guess, deployable hero in a lot of different cases. So I think she is going to be really the best AoE hero in the game for quite some time, until they come out with somebody better, of course, or I guess until you can use Ingrid in more spots, depending on the content that they do create. But what I'm here to do today is 2 things. One, I want to talk about this Soulstone situation. I'm going to be brief. There's a lot of other content about it, but suffice it to say, I don't think it's a good thing for the game, and I think that it really does kind of reveal a lot of the things about the developers that I've been saying for quite some time. I know they're very generous. I know that they do a lot of good things for this game. I know they set themselves apart from a lot of other gacha companies, but it doesn't mean that they aren't looking to take advantage of you, and I think that there's no better example of that than the Soulstone being in the shop right now. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but I'm also going to be doing my Divine and Nascent summons. I'm going to cross my fingers. Hope I need to get lucky. I've got 11 of them. Don't know I'm going to make it. I'm also going to be doing my 1+1 because despite the fact that I do want to be pulling on next week's banner, I think I'm only going to be able to hit 2, maybe 3 legendaries. I think my odds of hitting 2 Kigiris at that point are next to none. So I'm not going to be all that pressed about it. I'm going to go for the 1+1. I'm going to enjoy myself. Why not, right? But before we get to that, I got to take a couple minutes and talk about this Soulstone situation here. And I think my viewpoint on this is a little unique, at least relative to some of the other stuff that I have seen out there. The first thing is that, I don't know if many of you have noticed this, if many of you are in an endgame guild where people are clearing 3 instances of the Guild Boss 1 on a daily basis. Every single person in the guild, so we're talking about everybody in my guild, or almost everybody in my guild, is clearing Nightmare 3, Nightmare 4, as well as Abyss 1 on a daily basis. And what we've noticed is that as of about 2 months ago, there have been markedly less Soulstones being passed out. I think that it is naive to think that these things are not connected, that all of a sudden the Soulstone shows up in the shop right after they have diminished the supply that is going out into the game because they want to increase the value, or at least the perceived value, of this resource. Now, it is the best resource in the game. I mean, I guess the big Soulstones are the best resource in the game, but Soulstones in general are the most powerful resource in the game. I think that it's kind of shifty to basically reduce the drop rates, reduce the ability for people to get them for free, whether it was RNG or not, and then all of a sudden ride in like a white knight. Say for only $100, you can get yourself one of these bad boys that you used to get much more regularly from content for free. And I gotta say, it is a slap in the face that what should be the biggest celebration of this game annually, appreciation for the players, appreciation for the game as well, don't get me wrong, but also appreciation for the players, especially the ones that have stuck by this company through all of the turmoil that has been going on over the past 6 months, 9 months or so. I don't like this whole idea that they're just not giving a Soulstone out. I reached out to my dev contact a week or 2 ago when we knew that this Soulstone pack was coming. Didn't know what the details would be, but my message to them was that if you are going to do this, fine. I don't think it's a good idea, but fine. But if you are going to do it, you better be giving an unpolished Soulstone for free as well, because there's going to be a lot of people that are salty. You know, if people want to pay and then they get 2, I think it's a big difference than people paying and then people not willing to pay getting none. I think that's just, it really undercuts the whole celebration aspect of this anniversary event, and I hate that. I really, really do hate that. The last thing I'm going to say about this is that if you are somebody who does watch the dev Q&A, the answers that they do give to the community concerns that get raised on the Discord, one of the most common issues that not only I get in my comments, but also that I see brought up in those Q&As is about Soulstones, and more specifically Soulstone Mercy. Because they are the most powerful resource in the game, this essentially does give people the ability to upgrade any hero that they want. In a game based around Awakenings, getting multiple copies of the same hero, this is a wild card that you can deploy any way that you so choose. And so you are able to use this to awaken pretty much any hero of your choice, non-Lord hero anyway, for these unpolished ones, but the big ones, literally any hero of your choice. And so having them be a very low probability RNG where some accounts are getting 2, 3, 4 times as many as others. And I'm speaking this as somebody who has gotten, I think, more Soulstones than the average account, the average player that has played as much as me. It's just incredibly unfair. It's incredibly unfair. And so the dev response to these questions, when people ask for some kind of mercy, some way to kind of balance the scales so that your bad luck can't be too bad luck protection for these Soulstones, has always been that they prefer it to be an RNG element, an exciting element that does come in, allowing people to have an immediate power boost as they want to keep it that way. Well, apparently that doesn't count when they're talking about your wallet, because as long as they can farm you for an extra $100 during the anniversary that's supposed to be celebrating the game that we all know and love, they feel like it's okay. They feel like it's okay then to go and charge you for a resource that they felt was not even worth putting in any kind of bad luck protection for. All you people that are saying, they give me so much, they're so generous, they are, relative to other gacha companies, which are historically stingy. Let's pump our brakes a little bit before we start singing their praises too much, okay? They are in it for the money, of course, that's appropriate, they are a business. But while I do agree that they are very generous, I don't think that that means that we need to give them a pass when they do things like this, which I think is wholly inappropriate. I'm not going to touch on balance issues or anything like that. You know, as far as the pack value is concerned, honestly, this is probably the best pack that they've ever put out. My objections are on principle. I think that this is a bad look, and I think it's revealing about the company itself. So, in any case, I'm going to go do some summons with free summons that I did generate myself, stuff that I did not pay for. Let's go see if I can't get lucky. Here's where we sit. We've got this Nascent summon right here. We've got 11 of these divine summons. I'm going to see if I can't get lucky. Unfortunately, my mercy is at 0 right now. The last legendary that I'd summoned, I kind of went on tilt a little bit last weekend, and I ended up trying to snag another Malvira or an Eloin. Ended up with an Eris. Not a bad hero to pull, but the result is that I can't quite get to mercy right now. I used up my guaranteed Nascent. Let's see if I can't get lucky here. Got 11 of them. Decent shot at it. But, you know, it's certainly far from a guarantee, and I historically have not had good luck with my divines. So I feel like more often than not, I end up having to go to mercy. So we're going to see if I can't make it happen here. I'm starting with this because I know I can hit the 1+1, so at least that way I can end on a good note. If I don't get what I want here, I can end at least getting something, and hopefully, you know, carry that forward into my day. But you never know. I could snag another divine or two before the weekend is out, and oh, there we go. Look at that. What am I talking about? And I get to save the rest of them too. That was what, the third or the fourth one? Not too shabby at all. And it's Lynx, so that is pretty shabby. I don't like Lynx. At least she is off the table for future. Nascent summons, I didn't talk about who I was missing, but really who I wanted more than anything was Vorn. I'm not missing a ton of heroes at this point. Lynx was one of them. Kai, ironically, is one of them. Lasir is one of them. So I had some big mines that I could have stepped on. Unfortunately, Lynx was one of them as well. But, you know, like I said, at least she's off the table, and I get to fill out the Pokédex a little bit more. Let's see, maybe I can have similar luck in my 1+1. Not similar luck with the hero selection, but similar luck in hitting it early. That would be great. What would I like out of this? You know, I think it's, given how many heroes are in the game at this point, it's hard for me to say one way or the other who I'm really looking for. I will say I've been waiting for a Torador forever. I've got A4 Torador. It feels like, I don't know at this point, but about a year, I think, since I pulled my last Torador. I had a run where over the course of about 2 months, I pulled like 3 or 4 copies of him. And I thought, wow, I'm well on my way to A5, which is really the only one that matters after you get that A0. And he's never shown up after that. It's been real frustrating because that A5 would really help out my GBG defenses a lot. And, you know, he has not wanted to show up. So we'll see. We'll see if I can't get lucky on that. Other than that, you know, I don't know. Good awakenings. Give me good heroes at this point. Some people I don't have A5 would be wonderful. But we'll have to just, you know, wait and see here. Hopefully something good does pop out. Let's see, nothing so far. Hopefully I don't have to dip too far into my gems here. I did start at only 9 mercy. I had pulled a legendary recently when I stopped last weekend, so there's not much help that I'm getting from this, but I just need to be able to get to 200 summons next weekend when we do have the Kigiri banner. Well, so while I was filming this, I did wake the baby, or at least the baby woke. I'm not sure, but we've got a rule in this house, and if you wake the baby, you take the baby. So I have taken the baby. Baby Guts has joined us Put him up a little bit higher so we can get a good look at that beautiful face right there. He's a little dazed right now. He had a nice long nap, which we appreciated very much. Let's finish this off. Maybe we can get some baby luck in here. You hear that? Good job, pal. That's your job. Let's see what we can't snag here. We should be getting relatively close. Looks like they're gonna make us go to Mercy. They're gonna tax us, unfortunately. But like I said, all I need to do is be able to hit 200 summons next weekend, and I will be happy. So I'm not super concerned about that. I should be getting relatively close to Mercy at this point. It's fascinated by the bright lights. Let's see, where are we sitting here? Whew, this is taking longer than I thought it was going to. I mean, I started off with 70 with the regular summons. I've used about 7,000 gems, so I should be closing in on Mercy, but I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to go all the way to Mercy. There it is. Let's see what this 1+1 holds. Hopefully it was worth it. I've got to get back up in summons now after this. If it could be early in this, that would be great, but it looks like it's gonna be like, there we go, second to last one. Oh, cool, Micah, that's great. That's not something I wanted. And is that, oh, Morgan, that's awesome. Worth it, 100% worth it. I will take that over a moonshot to get Kigiri when I have multiple times recently gone after limiteds and they have just not shown up for 5, 10, 15 summons in a row. So yeah, we're good on that. Morgan, awesome. Welcome to, well, I shouldn't say welcome to the squad. A1 Morgan, welcome to the squad. Very excited. I know that she has some really solid awakenings. I don't think the A1 is all that great, but I don't know. I think the A3 is supposed to be really, really good. So this is one step towards that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Baby guts, we can't touch the mic. If you did enjoy the video, take a second, click that thumbs up button, like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you are interested in seeing more of my stuff going forward, I would certainly appreciate it. Baby guts would appreciate it. Good luck on your own summons. We will catch you all next time.